Alrighty, what's up, y'all? Time for another Yap Sesh because I'm a YouTube host. Am I going to get videos? Anyway, I think I'm going to do another reattack on the social media thing. In between making this video and not posting the last video that I made on social media stuff, I had a little incident, occurrence, issue, post. So, some dude posted on one of my older videos that I took too long to get to the point. And this is exactly one of the things I was talking about in my last video. Again, I don't remember every topic I covered in my last video because I haven't had a chance to watch it yet as of this video. So I'm continuing off the top of my head, but I know I covered that. And I was like, damn, this dude is proving my point. I kind of want to use this as an example because it's something that fueled another conversation in my head. And I was like, this is why people are so jaded by social media. Like, one, it's in the description to my channel. Two, I say it in almost every video. It's a Yap session. I am literally describing what I do on YouTube. Three, he's probably, okay, maybe he never seen any of my videos before that. I said to take my review with a grain of salt because it was on my Airhawk seat cushion review. And he goes, well, everybody knows to take that with a grain of salt. Everybody knows this. Not everybody knows anything. That's a dumbass thing to say. And not that I'm being a hypocrite and saying, because I know I've said ignore the comments and you can't be paying attention to the haters. I'm just using this comment as an example of where in society these people's brains are because you're speaking for everyone. You, individual, on my random YouTube post on an Airhawk seat, are speaking for everyone. Maybe I could be a professional seat sitter, and you're expecting to come to my channel and get some in-depth review, and you're like, you know, nah, this person is supposed to be a renowned assologist, and they're supposed to have the most fine-tuned cheeks on the planet, and you're telling me this review said this about, so I have to tell you, I'm not a professional Airhawk seat reviewer. This is just one jackass on a motorcycle, and results may vary because I don't know what your cheeks are attuned to. I don't know how your booty cheeks are calibrated, so I have to tell you this is for me, and this is how it feels. Oh, we all know that. No, we don't, jackass. Now, I'm not angry about it because I do know that this is social media, and that was one of the points in my last video. It's like you can't let people get to you. Again, I'm just using this as an example because it was so funny that I responded to him, and I go, And the thing is, I blocked him too, but I'll get to that in a second. Um, I responded to him, and then he goes, "Yeah, more word salad," and I'm like, "Bro, I was just describing to you that not everybody knows that." I said the same things that I said, and he was like, "Oh yeah, more word salad." I was just taking, I was just putting. I put a post here so that I can remember to never come to your content again, or just leaving a message for all social media content creators to just get to the point. And I was like, "All right, you done." So again, it's not me a hypocrite. I am fully capable of navigating the social media world. I'm a grown man. I deal with real life more often than not. And sometimes people say things that get under my skin, but I have to deal with people on a regular basis. I'm a manager. People don't give a shit about management, so I get dumped on all the time. But on social media, it's like, bro, what can you do? You can't do anything but talk shit. So it's like they're emboldened, and it just gets a little more twang to it. It makes it a little bit more powerful because that's the only thing they can do, and they get so good at it. So I was like, all right, like, okay, granted, he didn't have to watch anything of my past videos. That's not his responsibility. He didn't even have to read the description to say that I'm a yapper. What did he have to do? Absolutely nothing. He did what he was supposed to do because he's a content consumer. It's just you don't get to choose how I react. Like again, I don't get to choose how people react. I post something on the internets and they can like it, they can love it, they can hate it, they can be indifferent. Cool. You're allowed to post posts. I don't really block people for stuff like that because it makes sense. Constructive criticism, I can dig it. So even a complaint, I can dig it. And when it comes to the bitch assery and the shit talkery, you out of here. I'm not dealing with that on my channel. You can do whatever you want, but you can't predict or tell me how to respond to the things that you do. I post something, I can't predict how you're going to respond, but don't ever think that I'm just going to sit there and take it. That's one thing that people confuse about being ready to handle social media and being abused by it. Nah, that dude can kiss both halves of my ass. I'm not dealing with that because it was like, okay, cool. It took too long for me to get to the point. That's constructive criticism. I get that I'm a yapper, and sometimes that's the whole point because I need to make a long form video for YouTube. If I was making it short and I was talking too long, that just, it's contradictory to the point of the video. But I ended up doing long form content because I was trying to get a full review and tell people how I felt about the seat and give them the description. Because maybe this is the first time you was watching my video, so I had to talk about the video before that video in case you didn't feel like watching the previous video to get up to the point. So I had to bring you up to speed. But who cares? Nobody needs to care about those things at this particular juncture. That gentleman wanted me to get to the point, and I was like, okay, I mean, I get that. I want people to get to the point too. I again addressed this in the other video where I said we have been so warped to want the fast food mentality where we want everything to the point. And I could have just been like, Airhawk's cool, I'm done. 4 seconds. And then the video would have been over. That wasn't gratifying to me. Again, when you're making content, you have to do something that you would both watch, most likely, and something you can repeat. That's not something I can repeat all the time because I feel like it's forced. Sometimes when I'm in the mood to make short form content, I do it, I'm out, and it's because it's natural. I have to do what comes natural to me. It's like I refuse to change my helmet cam. People are like, you need to get with the times, you need to get with the front facing cam, that's the better POV. I like the helmet cam. I like the side mount view. I think it's kind of cool. It's my communication device for one. I can talk on the phone if it, not that I like talking on the phone. I can talk on the phone in emergencies. And if I need to call somebody, call 911. I don't have to do anything extra. I can also record. I can talk to my boys on my Bluetooth mesh. Can't do that with a GoPro. I already got a front-facing camera. I have my Insta360, and I can deal with front-facing issues that way. Again, it is a better POV for some folks. I do like the front-facing helmet cam. It makes you more immersed in the experience, but I got all my reasons. Am I going to explain that every time? No. It's just part of social media. I have to do what comes natural to me and something that I like doing, or it's just, I don't know, that's not my style. Some people can fake it, close the lid because my eyes are getting watery, and some people can just bend everybody's will, and I get it. You got to do what you got to do to survive out here in these social media streets, but not this guy. I'll do a couple things if somebody requests it. Yeah, I might try it out, but if it's not something I can repeat, nah, you can kiss it. But again, I'm not going to start just making short form content. I'm not going to start just flaming people and getting upset about comments. I just want to use that comment as an example because people are going to be like, well, it pissed you off enough to make a video about it after I already even addressed it in the front. I kind of wished for a second that I didn't block the dude so I can get the full comment because I can't get back to his comment anymore because I blocked him because he was on that bullshit. But again, I am completely prepared to face criticism because one, I don't care. You're not going to affect my pocket with this because I don't make any money off YouTube. Two, this is a hobby. I quit YouTube like twice a year, so oh no, somebody's going to scare me off. I might quit tomorrow. Who cares? Because that's another thing you're allowed to do as a content creator is change your mind. People think you're supposed to stick with one thing or stick with the thing they want you to stick with. Like, oh, you got to support this cause, or you got to do this, or you got to keep use your platform to use you use your lips to kiss my ass. I'm not doing anything unless I want to, because if you start bending to everybody's request for your support for this, for that, for the other, if you change your mind on one single thing, you are setting yourself up for a massacre. The internet will, whew, you use this word very often, but they will crucify your ass. You change your mind on one big thing, even some small stuff. People are like, "Oh, you said I was 2 years ago." I just started liking deviled eggs last November. I'm 41 years old. I hated deviled eggs with a passion. I'm not eating that shit. They slimy, they gross, they cold. I learned how to make them. I put them in a smoker. Shit. Deviled eggs for the win. That was at 40 years old I changed my mind. Just like real life. You can change your mind on the internet, but on the internet, it's out there forever. Did nobody know I ain't like deviled eggs unless I told you to your face. You put something on the internet, they can play it back, they can save it, they can, send it to other folks, share it. That's where you get got because people just won't let it go. So, anyway, back to the main subject of this video. Don't let social media get you. You got to be able to deal with it. You got to be able to roll with the punches. Sometimes you get your feelings hurt. Sometimes it's constructive criticism. Sometimes it's just somebody just talking that shit. And you can deal with them as you please. Again, I've said it 3-4 times at least. I'm not being hypocritical. There is a line. Where the line is, I don't know. I don't know till I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can take, like, dude that said my video was too shaky. My bad, bro. Like, I didn't mean to make a video that was too shaky, but I was doing an install. I had these glasses that I wore on my head. If you ever fixed anything, you're looking around for tools. You're trying to make sure you got the best angle. You're sticking your face up places. And the glasses go with my head. Unfortunately, that affected the outcome of the video, and I wasn't going to reshoot doing an entire chain change on a motorcycle just to get a still video. I didn't have good quality cameras back then. Could I have waited? Yeah, but I didn't. I made the video because that's what I wanted to do at the time. Cool, completely accept that. Other dude, you took too long to get to the point. Uh, cool, I get that. Sometimes I'm a little yappy. I have that same problem with people. Sometimes when I listen to the story, I go, oh, damn, that was worth it. You might not get that from me. I'm gonna tell you right now. Sometimes my stories are not worth it at all. But then when you get into shit talk lane, bullshit drive, asshole avenue, that's where I'm done with you. Because you could have said that, and then you could have moved on. But he didn't, and that was his choice. And I responded in kind with my choice. I'm gonna keep yapping. I'm gonna keep riding. I don't know how the audio is because I'm still tooling around with this microphone setup. Um, I've been changing the gain settings, so I might sound like a Muppet. I might sound like a freaking TSA agent. I might sound like a captain on Delta. This is flight 80085 on our way to taxiway 304 for all you hoes. And we're going to our destination in Newark, New Jersey. And catch you guys later. I'm out.